Before, of course, as you guys know, we had a right-left chicane. Now it's just going to be a straight line. So here we go. The Singapore Grand Prix is going to change in 2023. The layout is different. We're going to have a much more simplified final sector, which essentially is going to cut out a bunch of chicanes, and we're going to have a brand new kind of straight, which hopefully should provide better racing. Now this, I believe, is only temporary while construction work takes place, and that part of the racetrack, the old part of the racetrack, is shut off. So in this race, in this video, we're going to test out the new layout and see if it does indeed provide better racing and another overtaking opportunity with these new generation F1 cars. So we're going to be driving as Sebastian Vettel, as of course, as you guys know, he's retiring, and Singapore has been a great circuit for Seb, so I felt like it was fitting to drive as the Lion of Singapore around here and test it out with the main man himself. So yeah, let's get into it. Leave a like if you're going to enjoy. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. And guys, I say this every video, but if you want to help me out, I'm on the road to 100,000 subs. Any help would massively help me out, so consider subscribing. And yeah, let's get into it and let's see what this new layout looks like. Damage is off for obvious reasons. Turn 3, we're going to try and get underneath the McLaren there. Bit more contact up ahead, and that is why I have damage off for now though. Oh god, brake check mid corner, classic. Now out of turn 3 we have a crash, and we've got a car park. Okay, never mind. Let's try that again. Hopefully this is the attempt that goes well. The lights are on. Let's get into it. Away we go. Stroll having an absolutely massive slide off the line as we head down to turn 1. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to commit. I'm a bit scared at the same time. Got a car off. I can see it's a Mercedes there. That's Russell off on the right as we try to get through. Uh-oh, more trouble through here as we sneak past. Somehow up into P7. Don't ask me how, but we've cleared a bunch of cars and we're going to take it. I don't think we're going to get a clean race in this one. I just want to try and get through the first lap, and then you guys have some actual racing action. So tyres are cold. Again, we're going to have to try and build the temperature up. It's going to take a couple laps. Dare I say, they may not actually fully get up to temp, but I'm running the same compound as the AI to keep things fair. So let's see. All over the back of, I think that's Ocon right now ahead of us as we snap all oversteer to try and get by, but no way through just yet. Gonna try and keep the pressure on as we head through the Anderson Bridge down into the hairpin. Through the hairpin, absolutely no grip in the low speed. Let's crank up the engine mode here. Let's try and use the battery. Gonna tweak the brake bias. And now we're going to head into the new section. So here we go. Before, of course, as you guys know, we had a right-left chicane. Now it's just going to be a straight line. So here we go. Getting the run on Ocon, side by side, through the new back straight. And then into this right and left chicane as we go up the inside and make the move. So there it is. Putting the new straight to use straight away on the opening lap. And we move into P6. Fernando Alonso. Next up, let's try and get after him if we can and move into the top 5. But that is a very good change in my opinion. I actually quite like it. Don't get me wrong, I like the challenge of, you know, the original Singapore, but I always feel like the lap's too long for the amount of laps you do in a race, so I think that's going to help as we look to get past Alonso here down the back straight. The Alpine though, pretty decent top end speed to be fair. So we'll have to wait for now and see if we can maybe get him on the new straight as well. We'll hopefully start to use DRS on the next lap. We'll keep it realistic, but I would say that has to be a DRS zone, and then I think you may have some overtaking because you'd have, I think, 4 DRS zones, and then I'd say 3 actual straights where overtaking is possible, as the pit straight is a little bit too short. Then you've got, of course, the back straight through Raffles Boulevard. Then you've got here through the Anderson Bridge onto this back straight, which is also a DRS zone, which is long enough. We've seen some overtakes here in the past, but then now we'd have a straight right after this. So you may get, for example, some racing where someone overtakes up the inside here, but then the car that just got overtaken gets a second chance to get back past on this straight, as you can see again here, as we get the run on Fernando, and that might give us some racing that, you know, we've all been craving around this circuit. Anyway, P5, we get past Fernando. We're now going to chase after the Rories and see if we can break onto the podium. We are on maximum difficulty, so I can't do much more. Again, don't take car performance too seriously with Assetto Corsa, as I'm using a bunch of different mods mixed up, so you're never going to get fully accurate performance. Getting the run though on Leclerc there, we're going to slip straight past and make that move. Oh, a bit sideways, a bit crossed up there. Actually, that was Sainz. This is Leclerc, and we're going to get DRS. Can we get the run on the Ferrari here? No, we can't. Gonna have to wait a bit longer. This is a redo of the 2019 race. Vettel versus Leclerc, of course, for the race win. That was a spicy battle. Let's see if we can have a look maybe into the hairpin. By the way, the race leader is 15 seconds up the road. That's insane. Through the hairpin, we're going to get the cut back. DRS open. Here we go. To the outside. We'll try and squeeze through. There we go, we've made it. No DRS enabled on this straight in this mod, but there should be. But we get the move on Leclerc. And that is us onto the podium. Next couple of cars are quite a way up the road, so we're going to have to put in a couple of sweat laps to chase. So, and there we go, 1:35.7. Not exactly qualifying mode, admittedly, but a bit of a glimpse into what we're looking at. Shaving about 10 seconds off the lap time. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm still going to try and chase after these guys. I will admit, I love how the Race Sim Studio car handles. Whoa! As you can see, it feels fast, and you know, I like the grip, but at the same time it does bite, and it feels aggressive. And I've got, you know, a default fuel load in, which is enough for the whole race to cover me, and I can feel the extra weight, you know, and also the fact I'm on the same mediums. It feels, and it looks like how a real F1 car would handle. A little bit sluggish, a little bit slow in the handling. But yeah, at the minute, I don't think we've got enough to catch the top two, you know. The relatives bouncing around a lot, so I can't really tell what the true gap is, or whether we're making progress or not, but let's see. We'll try and nail a few more laps like the last one and see if we do indeed gain, but I can't even see them at the end of a straight, which tells me the gap's quite large. Oops. I guess it wouldn't be a Sebastian Vettel race or video without a Spinala. Definitely not ideal. I'm going to recharge the battery and see if I can get a full charge, and we'll try and go for a push lap right at the end. Tyre wear is on, but it's only minor, I'd say, not major, so we should still have some decent tyres at the end, but I want to try and see if I can go for a really quick lap at the end of the race. That was a close one, my god. Tried taking it in fourth gear, didn't exactly work. I will say it's a bit of a shame that there's no more action, but that's what happens when you have a, you know, AI that aren't the best, and they basically take themselves out or out of the way on lap one. Then you have no cars left to pass. I've done a few restarts and it's been the same thing every single time, so sometimes you have to put it down to AI on a certain circuit, which is a shame, but not all videos are going to be constant action. Now maybe lapped car might just play a part here. We'll see what happens, probably not, but I'm holding on to some sort of faith that we might catch up. That front two are running at an insane pace. I'm actually about half a second a lap faster, that's all. So it's a shame that we're not closer, because it'd actually be a pretty insane scrap, as those two for some reason are actually very decent pace. Anyway, heading on to the last lap, I will crank the engine up one last time. We've got a bit of recharge on the battery, so we've got a bit to save, and we can hopefully push with a flat out lap and see exactly how fast we can really go, albeit we have to account for some tyre wear. These definitely aren't the tyres also, as we're struggling to hold temp in the fronts, but anyway, alas, we'll try our best and get after it. So the leaders are starting the last lap, and we're going to do the same thing now as we crank it up to, let's go high. I want to make sure I've got some energy left over for the entirety of the lap, as we'll probably use more now because we have a longer straight, but let's do it. There we go, 34.8. Finished 5 seconds away from P2 in the end, but we'll take that. That was a fun race. And there we go, from the pit lane of Singapore, we bid farewell. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys, for the video. I'll leave a link to the car that I use, which is the Racing Studio car, and also for the steering wheel mod, which was custom. Along with that, I'll also leave a link to the circuit, which is on Patreon. It's a pay mod, but you know, if you want to try it, then give it a shot. I think it's worth it for the money. And yeah, if you want to have some fun and hot lap around here, that's great. The AI needs some work for now, so on that front, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, like I said in the intro, let's try and smash 1,000 likes. Maybe that's a bit ambitious, but you know, I'd appreciate the support, guys. As always, leave a comment as well if you enjoyed and you want some feedback or other things you want to see me do in terms of content. Subscribe for more, like I said before, as I'm on the road to 100k. And yeah, as always, guys, a massive shout out and plug to the members for supporting the content. Finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.